Good day, everybody. It's Dave Bullshit Corner. Welcome to today's video. Today's video, we're going to continue with the final touches. Hopefully, the next couple of videos to wrap this up with the axle. What I need to do right now is jack up the axle, put the weight underneath the suspension so we can torque up all the control arms, track bar mount. Right now the suspension is loaded where it's naturally going to sit. You always torque down the bushings under its own weight. It doesn't pose any stress on it then. I need to get that done. We need to put oil in the differential, and we're going to talk about the oil because people ask me, what are you going to do because of the pinion angle? This is kind of the thing. Some people are going to put 3 quarts in. Other people, because of the pinion angle, are going to put 3.5. I'm going to go with 3, see where it's at, then probably go with 3.5 just to make sure that that pinion angle won't be starved of oil. Also, when you're driving, the differential is going to be moving oil around, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Now, these upper ones, you can't get a torque wrench on them, so you got to go the old 2-wrench torque. There we go. I think that's about where it needs to be. See if I get this one off. There we go. Shut it down. Everything's all torqued down. There's so many grease nipples now. One there. There's one on top here. There's the bolt on the side. Get a light. There's one there. One there. One there. But what I need to do is I need to take that one out because obviously you're not going to be able to grease it in place. So I got a 45 degree. Tried to go with a 90, but you can't get a grease gun in with the bolt head. Everything's all greased up, just got to wipe them off. I found that Johnny joints didn't want to take too much grease. They obviously must come pre-greased. The bolts didn't. The bushings up in here and those ones there seem like they could be like never ending. And then of course I greased the sway bar till it came out the side. Yeah, everything's greased. I don't think I forgot anything. Moving along, checking stuff off the list. Torque down. We are greased. Brake lines are in. No oil in it yet. But I want to put the park and brake cables in place and see, because I want to put the tires on, put oil in it, and I want to see how it sits because I got 4.5-inch lift springs in the rear and I got 4-inch in the front, but I'm gonna get new 4 inches in the front when I redo that. But I want to see what the height difference is. I went 4.5 because once I'm loaded down, the Jeep sags, and you can't get away from it. The Jeep TJ rear end always sags. Same with my JK, it's sagging as well. So I just got one cable out. As you can see, you got this rubber piece. And I'm gonna assume it's gonna go slide on into this end here, and of course that goes right like that when you feed it through. So I'm just putting that rubber on right now. Feed that over top. Squeeze the spring back. Come on. Sometimes it likes to bob out. There we go. And now I need to push this in. And I need to get that snap ring into place here. Or at least get it started. Need a screwdriver. Okay. There. Got it in place. This camera has a built-in light, so you'll be able to see it better. Now it becomes time to fill the oil, and I know the Detroit True Track recommends or says you need regular gear oil. I can't even find regular gear oil around here anymore. And I ran a True Track in this for like a decade. And I've always ran synthetic and it seemed to work fine. So for the break-in, I just got this from my local automotive store, Pennzoil 7590. We're gonna put 3 in, possibly 3.5, and see where we're gonna be sitting. You don't want it to be too full. If you have it too full, you're going to have oil puking out of your breather tube, which won't be a good sign. You don't want it too full because then you're going to have oil puking out of your breather tube and then you're going to have a mess. And trust me, gear oil is probably one of the most foul smelling things that you're going to experience, and that smell lingers forever. I actually got 2 fills. One from the aftermarket cover and then the factory one. I'm going to use the factory because the pinion is already pointed up. So I can just stick it in there. This is actually pretty exciting to put some oil in this. It's kind of bittersweet because it's been, oh yeah, some good gas right there. Right, round 2. That'll be number 3. All right, that's a solid 3. Well, I'm up pretty good. Oh, maybe not. Where am I? Where am I? Half more liter. I had to do it. It's underneath its own weight now, and it can stay like that for everything else that I need to do. Everything else is completed. Brake lines are in. Driveline checked out perfect under its own weight. Everything's torqued down. I need to swap out to a larger master cylinder, which I got on that box. And I also need to replace a piece of the brake line over there. But yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Those 31-inch tires looking pretty tiny in that space now. I got a 4.5-inch lift spring, and I think it definitely makes it sit up higher. So a lot of people have been asking about tires, and I thought about it long and hard. And I think I'm going to go 35s on the TJ as well. I thought we have 35s on the JK, 35s on the TJ. I only have to buy 1 set of chains then. And then I could use chains on both vehicles when I go out wheeling. But that makes me feel so good. The last part, getting to where I am right now, seemed like a struggle. The motivation was low, but it definitely feels good now that it's sitting under its own weight pretty soon. But once I'm done the brake work, which I'm hoping to finish up in this video, is I'm not going to be able to drive it yet. I need to split the transfer case off again. And no, there's nothing wrong with the transfer case. However, with that adapter I bought, there's supposed to be a seal between the 2 adapters. So it's been leaking transmission fluid out. So I need to either find a way to fix that or find out what kind of seal it takes and put it in there and then put the transfer case back in, tighten up and Loctite the drive shaft, and we're ready to take it for a rip. I just got the garage heating up, but I need to take care of something first. I noticed this earlier, and I should probably nip it in the butt before it becomes a problem. So I got my antifreeze tester, and this is what happens when you don't drive a vehicle and you let it sit around. That is supposed to be green, and it's not. It's actually really nice because the drain for the coolant is right down there, but I can get it from the bottom. And coolant, most important, the drain pan, and it is a 10 millimeter. So I'm gonna try to get you underneath here as I pull this plug out. So the pro tip I have is that you can actually, still looks kind of green in the container, you can avoid that big gush of coolant. If I would have left the radiator cap on, now I'm gonna top it up. Get the battery in it, fire it up. Come on. That project's taken care of now. Now to get back to work on this beautiful 2003 Jeep TJ. Got the tires jacked up so I can rotate them. Let's connect the parking brakes. So underneath, running your parking brake lines, is that I'm going to go underneath the control arm. On both sides, so it's underneath the upper control arm and in between the sway bar, and then go up into there. Will it fit is the question. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Fit. Alright. That looks sort of legit, I think. Parking brakes underneath all this garbage here. No, I'm gonna have to adjust them. Well, that one's tight, not locked tight, but. So now, parking brakes fully engaged. I need to rotate that sprocket. Just get it pretty tight now. Come on. Oh yeah, she's locked up. That one's adjusted. C solid. seized solid. Okay, parking brakes released. Tire rolls freely. Doesn't feel like the brake is dragging. Come to this side. Feels the same. Well, the next part of the video was going to start installing this 3/4 1-ton master cylinder. But I need some parts. I'm not going to be here for a little bit, so this is where I'm going to shut her down. But before we do that, we're going to have a little talk about this. Let's crack open a beer and have motherfucking beer time. Cheers, everybody. First off, I get these kind of comments, messages all the time, and I'm honestly going to say, I can't answer them. I can't answer them for the fact that my problem is not their problem. If you're asking me what I replaced, which I clearly showed in the video, so you can order parts because you think that my sound was the same as what you're experiencing, you need to step away from the vehicle and take it to a professional mechanic. It's people like this that don't have a clue what the fuck they're doing, getting the parts cannon out instead of troubleshooting, finding the issue, solving it, and fixing it properly. It's these types of people that make the road unsafe for other people. That is my opinion. So when I get these messages come in, they're gone. I just delete them just like that. I don't have time for this. All right. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the short video. I'll see you guys in the next one.